Hello and welcome to Afterlife and the Great Beyond, the channel dedicated to peering past the veil of everyday existence and confronting the universe's ultimate questions. Each week, Bella and I are thrilled to be your guides on a fascinating journey, delving deep into the most profound and mysterious subjects humanity has ever contemplated. We will be looking at the concept of reincarnation, analyzing ancient scripts, compelling modern accounts, and exploring the subject of near-death experiences. But that is just the starting point. Get ready, the journey into the great beyond begins now. One question often asked is that if reincarnation exists, as the population expands, where do the extra souls come from? Bella is going to introduce the theory that there is a finite number of souls.
Thank you, Jim. Suppose a fixed number of souls existed on Earth, creating a system where one species' population growth directly causes another's decline. In this hypothetical scenario, the soul is viewed as a form of energy or consciousness that can neither be created nor destroyed, but can change its state or form. The air itself hums with an unspoken truth on this earth, a resonant frequency almost imperceptible to the hurried mind. It is the silent song of the great equation, the constant calculation of existence. For on this planet, the very essence of life, the soul, is a finite resource, a fixed quantum of consciousness that can neither be created nor destroyed, only transmuted. Imagine Earth not just as a rock orbiting a star, but as a colossal, living crucible for this soul energy. Each blade of grass, every scurrying beetle, every soaring eagle, every human being is a vessel, temporarily housing a fragment of this primordial essence. When a body dies, its soul does not vanish. It is the vast, unseen reservoir awaiting a new manifestation. Crucially, the size of this reservoir never changes. This is the bedrock of our dynamic ecosystem, the constant balance. For any species to expand, another must diminish. When human cities sprawl, when human populations swell, it is not merely land or resources that are consumed, it is souls. Each new human birth necessitates the release of a soul from another living form. A new infant's cry echoes with the silent sigh of a dying forest, a dwindling herd, or a patch of ancient coral that simply ceases to bloom. The mechanism is not always brutal or overt. It is a subtle dance of vitality. As human ingenuity and expansion create more vessels for consciousness, the universe gently, almost imperceptibly, reclaims its energy from other forms. Perhaps a flock of migratory birds finds its breeding success inexplicably halved year after year, their collective spirit gradually ebbing away. Or a genus of deep-sea invertebrates, once thriving, slowly dwindles to extinction, their complex neural networks dissolving as their resident souls are drawn upwards towards the burgeoning human consciousness. It is not necessarily a violent death. Sometimes it is a quiet cessation of the will to propagate, a gentle fading from the ecological tapestry. This interconnectedness casts a long, philosophical shadow over every act of life. To plant a garden is to potentially draw souls away from the wild thicket. To build a skyscraper is to siphon life force from the very bedrock of the land. Scientists, baffled by inexplicable demographic collapses in otherwise healthy ecosystems, might label it existential resource depletion or soul attrition syndrome, forever chasing the ecological ghost in the machine. The implications are profound. Humanity's relentless expansion becomes a direct, existential pressure on every other life form. Our proliferation means the quiet, spiritual suppression of countless other species. The roar of our machines is the death rattle of 1,000 smaller lives, the glow of our cities, the dimming of 1,000 natural lights. This understanding weaves itself into the spiritual fabric of society. Reincarnation is not just a personal journey, it is a planetary redistribution. Souls do not simply move up a ladder of existence, but across a vast, interconnected web. The deer you see grazing might once have been a tree. The child you hold might carry the subtle echoes of a lost whale. Every being is a temporary custodian of this precious, finite resource. The concept of conservation takes on a devastating new meaning. To save a rare species means to consciously limit human expansion, or perhaps to sacrifice another, less charismatic life form. Every policy decision, every technological advance, carries the unspoken weight of a cosmic trade-off. We are not just impacting biodiversity, we are literally shifting the balance of life energy on the planet. In this world, the beauty of a blossoming human civilization is undeniably magnificent, but it is a beauty bought at a profound, unpayable cost. It is a world where every new breath taken by one species truly necessitates a final exhalation from another. The Earth, then, is not just a planet of life, but a grand, living testament to the ultimate spiritual zero-sum game, where the sum of all manifested consciousness remains eternally, unnervingly the same. And perhaps, lurking beneath the surface of our human triumphs is the ancient, sorrowful whisper of all the lives we implicitly, unknowingly, had to extinguish to exist.
Thank you, Bella, for giving us something to think about. I would love to hear your thoughts, no matter how simple or complex, on this subject. Please feel free to share your own thoughts and stories below in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel for more explorations into life's most profound enigmas. Thank you for your time. I look forward to meeting again.